Hello, adventurers! This is your guide to getting started with Rotterdam Quest, a fantasy AR exploration adventure game that turns the city into your personal playground. Over the next 10 minutes, I'll show you how to master the basics of the game, the mechanics, the UI, the interface, how to launch your first quest at the Bridge of the Howling Winds, and afterwards uncover the hidden beauties of Rotterdam and hopefully the whole world around you after you play this game. Whether you're here for a day trip or planning to make the city your future home, get ready for a journey through culture, discovery and play. All of which accompanied with visual walkthroughs of the gameplay, developer insight on some creative choices or concepts, in total some behind-the-scenes sneak peeks of how it all came to be. Rotterdam Quest is a real-life D&D campaign merged with Snapchat. You use your phone to complete quests, you walk around the city, you collect rewards, and explore the city with the surface goal of saving it from a greater evil. And you take pictures to reinforce the game's deeper goal, to help internationals feel connected by exploring, having fun, and creating memories. The game is set in nowadays Rotterdam, or depending on how immersed the players are, the Kingdom of Rotterdam, the Realm of the Seven Winds. It features 3 main locations centered around 3 iconic Rotterdam attractions: the Bridge of the Howling Winds, which is Erasmus Bridge, the Valley of the 100 Markets, which is Markhol, and the Mountain of Wayfare, which is Central Station. The game has 4 parts: introduction, gameplay, battle, and outro, in the same order. The introduction of the game uses pixel art visuals and fantasy text, which introduces the players to the lore of the game, the world, the objectives, the villain, and the rules, like find an ally because there's a minimum of 2 players, or trust your guide because the game's narrative cannot be fulfilled otherwise. Then engage in side quests and quests, because those are both central actions for achieving the game's goals. And lastly but not least, to embrace the mirth, because fun is an essential part of belonging. The gameplay follows a structure made out of 4 main pillars. Instructions: go west, go east, you navigate through the city with the help of a map and a compass. Then you have look fors, which orient the players through specific landmarks and fantasy cues. And then quests. They are activities meant to engage the players with their surroundings. You have main quests, which are mandatory because they give the players the necessary tools to defeat the villain in the end. They also make use of AR, which is a tool for the immersiveness. And then we have side quests, which are optional and simply help the players have more fun and earn variable rewards, all of which build up to the battle, which is the climax of the game, and in the case of the demo, it's under the Erasmus Bridge. After it, we have the outro, which is a simple closing screen hinting that the story isn't over yet. Now, let's go over the fine details of the game. Upon opening the game, players see the start screen, a visual cue of what's to come. Pressing start launches the pixel art introduction, which uses a show-don't-tell technique to visualize the lore, the objectives, and the rules. All set to an 8-bit retro soundtrack inspired by Nintendo games. The settings menu, which you can see there on top in the corner, allows the players to adjust this audio and the SFX, which is vital for a comfort during an outdoor play. It also includes a how to play tutorial, credits, options for quitting, and side quest frequency slider, which will come out with the full demo release in August. This menu can be accessed at any moment of the gameplay. Next up is the quest selection screen. While the final game will contain 3 main quests, the demo right now focuses on the one polished experience, the Bridge of the Howling Winds at the Erasmus Bridge, like so focusing on quality over quantity. The quest begins with an instruction element pointing to the Santa statue, the starting point of the game. It's chosen for its placement between the 3 Rotterdam landmarks, but also for how iconic it is to Rotterdam center. Players then meet their tutorial guide, the armored hand you see on the screen, that highlights the essential UI elements the players will be using through the gameplay. First thing it shows is the hint button. Next, it introduces the compass, and then the map, whose illustrations serve both aesthetically but also as navigation clues. Those 2 elements immerse the players in real-life treasure hunt and help them slip into character easily. The first look for element is the Trash Goblin, a fantasy-inspired name for a genuine Rotterdam statue. There's obviously no goblin on the streets of Rotterdam, but that's the point. It tricks players into examining their surroundings, in a new way. These playful names act like riddles, nudging people to notice details they'd usually overlook and start remembering the city in their own unique way. Together, these elements form an exploratory riddle, which actively connects the game world and the real world. Anticipating potential confusion here, I added a suitable visual hint to make this transition even clearer. After finding the goblin, players receive their first main quest: challenge the trash goblin to a duel. This introduces the camera's button memory-making power. Taking a picture turns an ordinary moment into a personal memory, reflecting my research that personal culture is shaped by lived moments. As a mandatory action for progressing in the quest, the players must take a picture or fail. There is no return button. AR filters then augment the environment. Not the faces, like Instagram filters would, but the surroundings. Defined by the nature of the quest, the AR filter, an explosion animation, transforms the space and clears up what is expected from the players to do. No extra instructions are needed. Like so, they engage in a silly but fun play-pretend fight with a fantastical enemy. The camera becomes a tool for emotional imprinting, inviting players to see their environment as a part of an evolving story, and their actions as the driving force behind it. Successfully dueling the trash goblin grants the players their first reward, a new inventory item, reinforcing the integration process. Small wins equal building confidence. This sets off the next game element, side quests, like survive the goblin's curse or guess the goblin's riddle, offer a bite-sized moment of reflection or play. They're optional, but the players gravitate toward them, likely because they're fast, fun, and social. Many of them choose to photograph these side adventures even though they're not prompted, revealing an instinct to preserve the experience which the game is trying to establish. As players indulge in side quests, the map updates with newly unlocked rewards from them, the hidden gems, which are local recommendations gathered from long-time Rotterdam residents via surveys. These cultural anchors, the knowledge of them, supports exploration with meaningful discoveries that blends personal experience and shared identity. After the side quests, new instructions appear. Head southeast, followed by a look for baby basilisks. These whimsical descriptions turn mundane navigation into a playful world building, softening the challenge of adaptation to a new environment and making the unknown feel exciting. The next main quest is to try a potion at one of the taverns. This builds on shared fun as a way to foster belonging. Located on Witte de Witstraat, it's supported by a fitting AR filter of a beer pour. This prompt can lead to grabbing a juice box, sampling the local breweries, or simply sitting in a cafe. Every player approaches this differently, mixing habits from home with new ones and local ones. The camera feature again turns this moment into a memory, reinforcing the sense of belonging through interaction and reflection. Upon completion, the players earn a shield as a reward and get another side quest. This time, the quest ranges from timid, like singing a bard song, or kinda crazy, like casting a spell on a beautiful wench or lad. Each side quest ties to its surroundings and highlights unique local features, making them afterwards memorable and unlocking further hidden gems on the map. After that, the pattern continues. We have, again, instructions, after that look for, main quest and side quest. Over time, instructions grow more poetic. The winds from the northeast whisper your name, traveler, and the look fors become more mysterious. Look for the Iron Dragon, forcing the players to go even deeper into the fantasy world. The third main quest, Test Your Strength by Lifting an Anchor, due to its location near the Maritime Museum, uses the AR filters to turn an anchor into a sword embedded in a stone, which players have to physically extract by lifting an anchor, as you can see in the images, which is very essential for the game's goals. That is followed by a side quest, which becomes more physically active because of the open space is set in. There are activities like leapfrog, floor is lava, which encourage the players to loosen up and engage with their surroundings and interact socially. These absurd mini-games forge a place-based memories, a critical step in building a personal sense of belonging. Like before, the side quest rewards are local hidden gems, sparking curiosity and connection beyond the gameplay, because the players can always choose to visit them after they settled in the city. Eventually, players receive one final direction: look for the dragon's egg, marking the last step before the grand finale. All these elements culminate in an exciting AR boss battle against the Forsaken Scholar under the Erasmus Bridge. This pixel art showdown is a dynamic and memorable way to close off the adventure. It symbolizes the culmination of exploration, personal connection, and the gradual creation of each player's unique vision of the city, just like they've been doing throughout the whole game. In the end, there's an outro hinting at the fact that there are 2 more quests and the adventure is not yet done.